I'd been in the Marine Corps, I'd been an engineer for General Motors, and emotions or anything interior was not anything I wanted anything to do with. So I ended up at this workshop and called Understanding Yourself and Others in Milwaukee. And I was a fish out of water. I locked up. The most they were able to get me to do emotionally was to do jumping jacks while saying the word chocolate and maybe smiling a little. That was my introduction to internal emotional work. There's a story leading up to it, but very briefly, I wouldn't sign a piece of paper and they wouldn't let me into the workshop. Finally, they let me in, and the guy running it asked me, why didn't you sign it? And my response was, I don't know you and I don't trust you. You know, like, why the hell should I? They wanted to take videos of us and show them.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no, you're not going to do that. And so then he said something that changed my life, and it's why I'm here right now. He said, have you ever trusted anyone in your life?
Oh, so he asked the question.
And that was like the sledgehammer or the axe. It just I collapsed on the floor sobbing. And so something, because I had this realization, no, I'd never trusted anybody, and somehow that was my psyche, my spirit, my body knew that was horrible. It was interesting. So I was in the uptight world. Ron was sort of in both, and Bill was in the, you know.
So it sounds like it's possible to believe that Ron was sort of a bridge between you and Bill.
He was, and that's exactly right. In fact, Bill and I would get in these fierce arguments, and Ron often could see both sides. To be emotionally honest turned out to be how we were able to get the work done, and that showed up in the training big time. But we didn't say, oh, gee, we're gonna create a process about this. The credit that I feel appropriate for me is not so much a creating, but in nurturing something that somehow already existed.